Do you hardly have any money left at the end of the month? Are you struggling to make ends meet? If the answer is yes, be very careful. Being broke can be a temporary thing, but if you don't look into why you are broke, it can easily lead to poverty. If you're tired of being broke all the time, fix the problem now. In this video, you'll find the reasons why most people are still broke. Welcome to the Synakix channel, the channel that helps you increase your productivity and helps you achieve financial independence. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you like this video. You have no financial goals. If you don't have goals and a purpose for your money, it will be spent randomly. You need to have goals so you don't go broke and therefore save and invest money if you want to have anything left over after you spend it. Determine where you want to be financially in the future. This will help your decisions and behavior to align with that vision. For example, if you decide to save $10,000 this year, you need to measure every spending decision you make between now and then against the question, will it help or hinder my efforts to save $10,000? Honestly, a simple question like this can mean the difference between impulsive spending and frugal living. In fact, I'd go so far as to say that small questions like this can make the difference between being broke or rich. You don't save money for emergencies. According to a 2018 Federal Reserve study, nearly one-third of American households would have to sell something or borrow money to cover a $400 emergency. Now, I don't know about you, but this seems like a major problem, especially since a $400 emergency is not something I would consider rare. In fact, I would consider it a small emergency. Go to an emergency room once and you'll know what I'm talking about. If you don't prepare for financial emergencies, you are setting yourself up for financial disaster. And medical emergencies, while common, aren't the only risk. What if your car breaks down? What if you lose your job? If you save 3 to 6 months of your regular expenses for emergencies, you'll never run out of money because that money will stay in your savings account. Start with a week, then a month, and work your way up to putting aside everything you can, and you'll never be broke. You don't use a budget to manage spending. One of the main reasons most people are broke is because they don't live on a budget. In fact, according to a recent study by US Bank, only 41% of Americans stick to a budget. And without a budget, how do you know if you're on the wrong track with your finances? You need to have a spending plan to avoid going broke. Knowing where your money is going is step 1, and managing it is step 2. A budget not only ensures that your expenses are less than your income, but also allows you to plan what you can spend, save, and invest. The richest people in the world have budgets. They may not call them budgets, but they certainly have plans for their spending, saving, and investing. And if they do, so should you. The goal is to control your money and give every cent you earn a job to do for you. You compete with everyone. You can also call it keeping up with the Joneses or the Kardashians. You find yourself buying things you can't afford to impress people you probably don't really like and who don't really care about you. Keeping up appearances and competing with others for material possessions distracts you. If you're guilty of buying things to compete with others, you'll need to add that to your list of reasons I'm broke. Stop comparing yourself to others. If you're striving to keep up appearances, you're spending too much and you're likely to go deeply into debt to maintain it all. If you want to create real wealth, there's a saying that you have to live like no one else today, so you can live like no one else in the future. You spend more than you make. If you spend more than you earn, you will always be broke waiting for your next paycheck. No matter how much you make, if you spend it all, you will always be broke. The inability to say no to things you can't afford will keep you short of money because of your excessive purchases above your income level. If you can't pay cash and have to go into debt, you can't afford it. If you are broke, you can't afford it. Living beyond your means ensures that you will stay broke because of your overspending. You have too much debt. Even high-income earners can go broke when they have excessive monthly debt. A large mortgage, new car payment, high credit card debt, and extra payments on boats or motorcycles are a formula for being broke. Multiple large debt payments on depreciating assets will quickly drain your cash reserves. Homes are not assets until you sell them. In the meantime, they can be large payments with unrealized value. Be careful how many payments you accept based on your income level. Payments can keep the middle class in the dark Aggressively tackling your debt means reducing your expenses and or increasing your income. Once you eliminate your debt, you will have more money, which you can spend on the things that really matter to you. The sooner you start paying off your debts, the sooner you'll move from the "I'm broke" mentality to the "I'm rich" mentality. You don't invest consistently. First of all, I think it's important for you to understand that saving money will not make you rich. To get rich, you need to put your money to work, which means investing regularly over a long period of time. In fact, do you know the difference between broke people and rich people? Broke people pay interest, while rich people earn interest. So basically, if you don't want to be broke, you have to do two things: stay out of debt and invest. That way, you won't pay interest and you'll earn interest. You scared? Fear of failure is a big problem. Too many people get stuck in dismal financial situations because they are afraid to fail. They are afraid of effort, sacrifice, commitment, making mistakes, or losing their money. They are afraid that good financial management will take too much time or be too difficult to learn. Well, if fear is holding you back, it's time to realize that you can't succeed if you don't try. Start by assessing your current financial situation, then create a budget and a long-term plan. Don't let the fear of failure hold you back. You don't plan for your financial future. If you plan for your retirement and have money put into your $401,000 each paycheck, you will never be broke, as you will always have money in this account. Investing money in your retirement account or brokerage account will give you a portfolio and a chance to build up capital, so your net worth will likely never be $0. If you are guilty of any of the above behaviors, it's time to make some serious changes so you can start building real wealth. You will stop being broke when having money is more important than having fun or buying new things. If you take your career seriously, make the effort to up your game, and manage your personal finances on a budget, you have every chance of never being broke. Thanks for watching the video, and don't forget to subscribe and like.